What's up, guys? This is John Vaughn. Today, thank you for coming to this training video. Today, I'm doing this training because you guys have literally asked me to do this training. So what are we going to cover? We're going to cover this that you see right here. I'm just going to read it. It's a request that I got. It says, hey, John, we do a Facebook Live/Zoom later today. In case you guys don't know, yes, I'm doing both of them. I'm doing a Facebook Live and Zoom at the exact same time. So yes, I can do that. So that one's checked. Done. All right. At TIB, here's the process that they want me to set up. A text in bulk lead has a company name, and phone data. All right, so that's number one. Text in bulk robo calls the lead and triggers an IVR. That's number two. One of the IVR choices is to request a custom demo link. That's number three. IVR triggers Link Wizard to create custom URL via Link Wizard group link and sends via SMS to lead. That's four. The lead clicks Link Wizard link, which opens a ClickFunnels page with a pre-filled form with company name and phone and asks for email. The lead, that's number five, the lead fills up an email and modifies the company field and submits the form. Zap updates text in bulk data for this existing lead, adds email data and replaces company. Zap sends out thank you email to lead. So what I am going to do real quick is I'm going to do all this, but first I want to just come over here somewhere and find this. I thought there was like a mute everybody button. Is there no mute everybody button? Where is it? It's disappeared. All right, so I'm just going to rely on you guys not to go crazy and have your dogs barking, kids screaming in the background. All right. If you have any questions, feel free to put those in the Zoom chat, or feel free if you're on Facebook to put them in the Facebook comments. But most of you guys on Facebook, I'm just going to ignore, so but feel free to put your comments there anyways. All right, so we're just going to jump in and we're going to do this. First thing that we need to do is move these guys over here real quick. First thing we want to do is grab up some leads, all right? So I'm going to grab up some leads.
Hey, John, this is Dennis. Please record the session.
Yeah, it's being recorded, buddy. So definitely,
thanks, buddy. Okay.
Definitely recording. Is there any particular thing that you guys want for in leads? I'm going to call this the crazy demo list. All right. Some crazy demo. Any particular types of leads you guys are looking for? Anybody have a particular types of lead that they want to give me? Anybody?
Restaurant.
Restaurant. Kevin, is that you, Kevin? What are you doing? What are you doing here, Kevin? Where is he at? Let me kick him off. Wait, let me get Kevin out of here. He's going to ask too many questions. All right, so restaurant. All right, shit. You would ask me for something I don't even know how to spell. Shut up. Go away. Go get me some tea. Go get me some tea. What are you doing in here? Let me figure out how you spell restaurant real quick. All right, I'm going to get a restaurant real quick. Great. I'm going to run this lead search. Next thing I'm going to do, I'm going to log into ClickFunnels real quick because I'm going to need ClickFunnels. I'm going to need to build a new funnel, and this is going to be called Crazy Ass Demo Funnel. All right, so let's just create a new one. Hey, I choose you, Pikachu. Crazy Demo Funnel. All right, so let's build that funnel. What else am I going to need? Bring in leads from a Google Sheet. Well, we could bring in leads from a Google Sheet. That's pretty straightforward. If you want to do that, but we're going to just use our built-in lead generation inside text in bulk because it's there. So we're just going to use that. Let me just pick some stupid funnel that's almost empty real quick. You know, they put in all these extra funnels and they put all these at the bottom. What do we need here? Let me just bring that up so that I have this to see all we're doing. All right. All right, so here's all this. All right, so really stupid funnel. Any stupid simple funnel here just for opt-in page. I want the stupidest opt-in. Here we go. Here's a real stupid great one. There we go. I'm going to just use this one. This one's going to be good. This one will be good. All right, that's good. Let's get some arbitrary stupid thank you page here. Let's get some arbitrary thank you page. Come on. And let's go down here and find one of these. Here we go. Great thank you page there. All right, that one's good. All right, so text in bulk. A lead has a company name. Are we done yet? Nope, we're not done yet. We're
gave
still.
a New York, so
I gave a New York, so we're still waiting. We're still waiting for our leads. All right. While we're waiting for our leads, waiting for our leads. All right, here we go. Now it looks like we got our leads. Let's see if we got our leads. Hey, how about you just mute your microphone? Crazy demo list. Here's crazy demo list. Let's see. We search for restaurants in New York. All right, so we got some restaurants in New York. Great. Got some restaurants in New York, New York. All right, so there's our leads. They have company name, and they have, what else do they have? They have company name and phone data. All right, so these guys don't have any name, so you're just gonna have to live with the fact that they don't have any name, because they don't have any name coming from Google Business Leads already. All right, so they do have a company name, and they have company, and they have phone data. They do not have a name because they are a business, so we don't have a particular name for them because they're a business. All right, if you wanted those, then we would need to go in and get domain. And
it's just awesome.
Yeah, what would be awesome if you muted your mic? That would be awesome.
Turn Messenger into an awesome place.
Hey, who is that talking? I'm totally gonna just kick you off here right now. Let's see who that could be. That guy. Is that you, Frank? How I can mute all these people? There is no option. Hold on. Let me figure this out real quick. I need to figure this out real quick. I know there's a mute everybody button. Oh, here we go. Yeah. Not allow you guys to. All right, so I muted all you guys. Sorry about that. But I do agree. This is awesome. So I muted all you guys. Sorry about that. If you guys want to talk, that's totally fine. Just put your hand up or something, and I don't have any problem with that. So here we go. What's next? All right. So we've got our leads. All right. So we had our list of leads. Where did our list of leads go? If you wanted the personal name, you could use something like the domain leads or something like that. But with business leads, you're not going to get a person's name. So hopefully, Dennis, you're cool with not having any actual person's name, and we can just get that. All right. So next thing is text in bulk is going to robo call and trigger an IVR. So we need a little thing here, which is going to be, create the IVR. All right, so we need to first create an IVR. So let's go in and actually create an IVR. That's pretty straightforward. Now, actually, I've got engineers that are working on our IVRs right now. So this is going to be called Crazy Demo IVR. All right. So here's the Crazy Demo IVR that's been created successfully. Great. Let's go in and edit up this IVR. And where did my little notepaddy go? Here's my little notepaddy right here. All right. So what we're going to do is we are going to create our first step, and I'm going to record some audio. Yeah, hey, this is John, and you've just reached the Crazy Demo IVR. So if you want to go ahead and press 1, you can request a demo link for this crazy demo. If you want to go ahead and press 2, then I'm just going to hang up the phone on you. So pick 1 or 2. Go ahead and press 1. All right, so that's going to be my little thing right there. Yeah, hey, this is John. Great. All right, so there's that. Now we need to go in on add in our options. We're going to add option 1. Let's create a new zap. This is the demo zap. So we're going to create that zap. That's Crazy Demo Zap. So what we're going to do here is now what we're going to do. All right. What are we going to do? Oh, this is going to be option number 1. All right, we need to record some audio. Great, you just pressed option 1. This is going to send you out a text message with what's it going to have? A custom link wizard group link. All right, so once you get that message, just go ahead and click on that link to finish the demo. I'm going to go ahead and hang up now. All right, so now you could send it. You could send a text message here, all right? But you don't really want to send a text message here because what you want to do is you want to send out a group link from Link Wizard so that you can actually track that link. So here we're just going to do none, and we're going to include an action here. We're going to add this to Zap, and we're going to choose this crazy demo Zap, and we're going to submit that. All right, so there's our option 1. Now we need option 2. Option 2 was just, great, you pressed option 2, which was absolutely do nothing, so you wasted some time calling my phone number for no reason, so I'm hanging up on you now. All right, so now I'm going to hang up on that person because they hit option 2 and, you know, there was nothing to do there. All right, so now I got my IVR created. All right, so let me come over here back to this list real quick of leads, this crazy demo list that I created here and got all my leads on. And let me just come over here and find myself. I've got myself somewhere. And let me go to Zap real quick. And what am I gonna need to do here? I'm trying to think, what do I need to do here? All right, let's look at your thing. What do I need to do here? All right, all right, so we created the IVR, and to send that out, that's gonna be really easy. All right, we already created that, but we need to create this group, and I need to create this Zap. All right, so let's make a Zap. And then let's find myself over here. And let me just copy myself over here to this crazy demo list. And let me go back to my crazy demo list. Make sure I'm on my crazy demo list. Let's take a look. John. Oh, hey, look, there I am right there, looking all great. All right, so here I am right here. This is my Skype number, by the way. So let me just make an outbound call. I'm going to select the IVR. I'm going to do that crazy demo IVR. I'm going to call from who cares what number I call from, and I'm going to call this dude now. And I'm going to make sure that I have Skype. And here's Skype. All right, so let me just make sure this is going to come in. Let me do my text in bulk real quick. And that trigger is going to be trigger is Zap. New trigger is Zap. Oh, see that right there? That should not be there. There's no reason for this to be there whatsoever. Not for users to see, anyways. Zapier needs to see it, but users don't need to see it. Here's my IVR.
Yeah, hey, this is John, and you just reached the crazy demo IVR.
It's a crazy demo IVR.
You can request a demo link for this crazy demo. If you want to go ahead and press 2, then I'm just going to hang up the phone on you. So pick 1 or 2. Go ahead and press 1.
All right, I'm going to press 1.
We are sorry. An application error has occurred. Goodbye.
What? Say we're sorry, an application error has occurred. All right. So let's check that again. What could that application error be? Let's take a look. Like I said, I have engineers working on the IVR. That was one of the things I was worried about, because I have engineers working on the IVR right now. So let's go back in here and check this out real quick. Great, you just pressed option 1. This is going to send you out a text message with what's going to have a custom link wizard group link. All right, so let me try that one more time on myself and see. Let me just try that one more time on myself and see what happens. Let me just make a call back out to myself, send that IVR back out to myself. Let me just send that IVR back out to myself.
Yeah, hey, this is John, and you just reached
So just bear with me. Let me see. Like I said, I've never done this before. I never did something like this before. Should be doable. Let's just see what's going on with my IVR. Why it's not giving me that information that it needs to give me. This one should be fine. Option 2.
Yeah, hey, this is John, and you just reached the crazy demo on. We are sorry, an application error has occurred. Goodbye.
Well, let's try. Give me 1 second. Let me try option 2 and see what's going on. This is part of the process of development. When you got devs actually literally working on this IVR right now. Let me just try one more time. If not, we can do it in theory and move on from then. I think it has something to do with that none. If not, I'm going to try to edit this guy one more time. Let's check though. Let's check and see.
Yeah, hey, this is John, and you just reached the crazy demo IVR. We are sorry, an application error has occurred. Goodbye.
Okay. Let's close that. Let's change this. Let me just change this one time. Where actually, let's do this. Let me just see if I can do a workaround and just do that option number 3 for this guy. All right. Let me just try this one more time and see if I can get this option 3 to work. There we go. Let us see. I'm just waiting for my call to come in. I'm trying to troubleshoot why this is actually working. And we can move forward from here in just a second if this option doesn't work. Hey, Nandi.
Yeah.
You see, I need this fixed, obviously.
Yeah, hey, this is John, and you just reached the crazy demo IVR.
Yeah, even when you're facing any option is giving you application error, right? Checking. I told you today post something for the IVR only, and today only you were able to see if you have at least stored only.
Yeah, that's me on Skype. All right, so it looks like I figured out what it is. So it looks like I can just go in and edit this guy right here and change this process right here to just a, I'm just going to change him in right here to like a voicemail and see if that will work. All right. So I'm going to put him into voicemail. Let's just go see if that will work. All right. So let's call this guy again. Let's send out our IVR. Let's send out that crazy demo IVR. And then let's come back here to Zapier. All right, so let me just see if I can get this guy to come in here. Hey, where did everything go? Everything just disappeared, seriously. Where are you at, Skype? Just give me 1 second, let the IVR come in real quick. And I think it's just Nandi, I think it's just an issue when you select none. I think it's just an issue whenever on the IVR, whenever you have an option of none.
Option of?
Yeah, hey, this is John, and you just reached the crazy demo IVR.
Yes, when on the IVR, whenever you have an option of none.
Option of none.
Yes, that's what's giving the error.
But you are choosing for first option also, both of the option you chose none.
Great,
Yes.
you just press option
See?
1. This is going to send you out a text message with what's going to have a custom link wizard group. All right, so once you get that message, just go ahead and click on that link.
Okay.
Finish the demo.
And you can see go for the demo, right? Because it's kind of
Go back to chapter B.
All right. Yeah. No, it's just it looks like just on the none, but it doesn't look like you've actually. Doesn't look like you sent my data to Zapier on that IVR. I'm still waiting for this data from Zapier. So. You know, Dennis. Honestly, I've never tested that. I've never tested that send to Zapier from an IVR before. Never tested that before. Just told them that we needed that option in because it's on the autoresponder. Probably should have tested everything beforehand, but I didn't have time. Hey, my data doesn't come in from my Zap, by the way. I never got my data from Zapier.
from Zapier.
Yeah, hey, this is John, and you just reached the crazy demo.
Yeah, I never got my data from Zapier. See, this guy he's got an action whenever this guy comes in. He should trigger this Zap called Crazy Demo Zap.
Great, you just press
And I'm waiting for my data to come in right now, and it's not actually coming in at all.
What's going to have a custom link wizard group. All right, so once you get that message, just go ahead and click on that link, finish the demo. I'm going to go ahead and hang up now. Please leave a message after B.
That's my message. I really don't understand why this data isn't coming in right here. Checking for samples. Let's see if we can try that again. Nope. Why is that dude not actually pulling in samples? All right, so this guy is not actually pulling in samples, but I'll show you how to do this anyways. All right, because it would be relatively easy. All right, so I'm just going to continue and show you exactly what you would do, and then like always, guys, you guys can just rest assured that these dudes over here, we'll once we see the issue, we'll fix it relatively quickly. Actually, have them going in and doing it in right now. And what are you saying, Greg? It says for this IVR demo, you are calling via Zap. Would you show how to set up a new Twilio phone number to be assigned with this IVR instance? So, yeah, I mean that's really straightforward. I created this crazy demo IVR. If you want that attached to a phone number, like on an inbound phone number, if you want that IVR to play whenever somebody calls your phone, you just pick your phone number. Let's say this one right here, and then you just come over here. Well, not that one because that one's set up for my LinkedIn connections, and I don't want to screw around with that one in case some of my LinkedIn people call. Let's do this Los Angeles one here. So you'll just come in here, and then you'll just select your IVR that you want. Here's your crazy ass demo IVR, and then you'll just enable it. And it's just that simple. Now your number's all set up. Now you can just come in. Now you can just come in and call that guy and you'll be good. So.
Yeah, hey, this is John, and you just reached the crazy demo IVR. So
This is a crazy demo IVR. All right, so anyways, the next thing that we're gonna need is a link wizard group link. So we're gonna come in and create a link wizard group link. That's part of the next part of your process.
One, this is going to send you out a text message with what's going to have a custom link wizard group link. All right, so once you get that message, just go ahead and click on that link, finish the demo. I'm going to go ahead and hang up now.
Great, thanks for hanging up. All right, so here we go. I really don't think it's I honestly, Gideon, unfortunately do not think it's a Zapier issue. I really think that it's, like I said, they just did some modification on this IVR today. Like literally they pushed a couple changes out to this IVR because for some reason a couple of my users want to be able to upload a 1 hour message to an IVR. I don't know why, but they were just completely saying that they want to be able to upload 20-minute, 30-minute, 1 hour messages. So we had to go in and actually change some stuff in the system to allow you guys to have a message that long, which I personally think is just an obnoxiously long message and no one is ever going to actually listen to. But hey, that's just me. So anyways, what we're gonna do here is we're just gonna move on, all right? And we are just going to go in and assume that they have pressed 1, just like it should happen, and this data has now been pushed right in here to text in bulk. All right. So what we could do to simulate this, if you want, is what we could do to make a simulation so you could see exactly how it would work is I could come in here to my autoresponder, and then I could just come in here, let's say to this test right here. And then I can just come in here and put crazy demo. And just include an action here, which is going to be add to Zap, and it's going to be this crazy demo Zap right here. All right. And then this is autoresponder test. Let's just go back to number management. And let's come right over here to this Los Angeles number right here. Let's come to this Los Angeles number. Let's turn on a configuration here, which is going to be an auto response configuration. And we're going to put this test configuration there. And then you're just going to make sure that you enable it there. And then what we're going to do is we're going to come right to our little virtual phone and we're going to send a message out to this dude. I don't remember exactly what message we're going to send out, so it is this right here. Oh, it's crazy demo. So we're going to send it crazy demo. All right, so we're going to send out that crazy demo. And see if we can actually get our data. Where did that go from? That. He did not like that. He did not like that. Just bear with me 1 second, please. I'm just not sure why my Zap's not triggering, to be quite honest. It is totally enabled. And that is the dude that he wants a message on. That dude don't have a nice name or anything. That dude does not have a nice name or anything.
Did you get the data?
I sure didn't. I sure did not get it. Hey, one of you guys have a cell phone that you could send me a text message to that number right there? A text message that says crazy demo? You sent one, Dennis? Good night. You know, it's really strange because I don't see any actual incoming text messages coming in at all. What message did you send that from, Dennis? Nandi. Akita. Can you tell me why I'm not getting a single incoming text message?
Text message, you're not getting.
Yes. 1 second, Dennis. What's up, Dennis?
Yeah, it's on the right-hand side of your screen.
What's on the right hand side of my screen? No, this is outgoing.
It's the message that I sent you.
No, this is outgoing.
Oh, yeah, you're right. Sorry about that.
Good night.
Yeah, but I did send you one.
Hey, come give me a smoke real quick. Chavanu?
Yes.
And I sent it out to 812-496-3181.
Good night.
Is that the right number?
Yeah, that's totally right. I can see just none of these incoming messages came in right now, so. Hence the problem whenever I have engineers working on stuff right now. Anyways, let's move on. I'll show you exactly how you would do this, and then on the back side, I'll get all this fixed up. Ankita, hey, I need some tea still. All right, so I'll finish all this up, and then on the back side, I'll fix all that, and then you guys can just assume that is going to work like it always does. So the next thing that you want to do is a group link. All right, so we're going to call this a crazy demo. Call this a crazy demo. I'm going to put this here, crazy demo. Obviously, this is just like a little template, so you can put any of the stuff that you want to here. If you want to put in your pixels, tags, any of that good stuff, I'm just going to leave it all blank because I don't care about them. All right, so now my group link has been created. There's my group link there. So essentially what you're going to do here is Next thing that you would do here is you're going to use Link Wizard. You're going to create a group link. And let's see, I'm going to use that guy right there. I'm going to get that guy right there, pick your group link, crazy demo right there. This is going to go in your URL. Let's see. All right. So here's going to come in your URL. So you're just going to go in and, grab your test data here from here. So this could be essentially this guy right here. That's going to be that guy. And then you're wanting to, you're going to want to put in your data. So I'm assuming what you're going to do is you're going to send, we don't have his name, right? We know we didn't have his name. We do know we had his company. We had his company name was the only thing that we had from this guy, all right? So that's the only thing that we really need to send. So there's his company name. Now, if we have his other data, like his first name, we can include that data as well, like that. All right. So we'll just end up including that data just like that. And then we'll just continue. This is what will actually create our link for us. We'll go in and actually create that link. That will create our little group link. Here's your group link right here. And then we're going to add another step. This next step would be essentially another text in bulk step. And you're just going to send SMS. And then you would choose this number right here, your from number. This is your Twilio number. Remember, these are your Twilio numbers. And then what queue number you want to send this from? You would grab that from your step 1. So whatever triggered this zap, whatever number actually triggered this zap is going to be the number that gives you all this information. So you're just going to grab that. You're just going to grab that data from step 1, and then just be like, here is your demo link. And then you're just going to take that group link from step 2. All right. There's your first zap. So that zap's done. All right. So that makes sense. This all makes sense so far. All right. So this is part 1. This would be your part 1 zap. All right, so your part 1 zap, all it's going to look like is you're going to have, all right, so you got your IVR that gets sent out to people, all right? One of those IVR choices is they can request a custom demo link. So whenever they hit that option to request a custom demo link, that is going to trigger this zap right here, all right? That zap's going to trigger. From that zap, what we're gonna have from that zap is, like you can see here, we're gonna have essentially all their info. We're gonna have whatever info that we have in text in bulk, including you're missing something. You actually get the last message as well, but the last message wouldn't apply here because they're not doing this on an incoming text message, all right? So you're going to have all the data that you have stored about them. You're going to have their first name, last name, their company name, their email, what list they're on, which that you don't have to worry about, what campaign they're on, which also you don't have to worry about. I'm not even sure why that's there, so I'm going to have to go in and talk to them and tell them to remove that stuff. Their phone number, their address, and their website. You're going to have all that information that's going to be sent to Zapier from text in bulk, all right? So now we're going to use that information for our group link, to create our group link. And then you can see how easy it is to actually create our group link. We're just going to go in and put this data in here and create our group link just like that. That's going to actually create our group link. we're going to be using that data from step 1. And then down here in step 3, we're just going to send a text message back out to those. We're just going to send a text message back out to those people, and we're just going to, who are we going to send it to? We're going to send it to whoever this person was from step 1 that came in. And then what are we going to send them? Or we're going to send them, just say, hey, here's your demo link, and we're going to grab our demo link from step 2. All right. So this guy's completely done. All right. So the next part of the puzzle is going to be to create another zap. All right. So the next part of the puzzle is going to be essentially, let's make a zap. That's going to be called Crazy Demo Part 2. All right. So in between here, what do we need? In between here, we need something like this guy right here. Let's edit this page. Let's edit this page. Let's come in here. Who is this? Don't think that was me. I don't think that's me. Let's make a new zap called Crazy Demo. All right. Do we need to fire any automation whenever this magic zap script is triggered? According to the yeah, there's not one coming into the system. Not a single message. Even I've sent messages to myself, and they're just not coming into the system. Like even I sent all these to myself. All these I'm sending messages to myself.
This number you are using, right? I'm sending a message.
So magic zap, we don't need a trigger according to your requirements here. There's nothing that magic zap needs to send the zap out. All right. All magic zap is going to do is most likely, I'm assuming Dennis in this scenario, is display their name or company name on the website, or just really just pre-populate the form is all it's going to do, right? Is all you're really wanting it to do is pre-populate the form. All right, so what it looks like we need here is my awesome landing page. All right, so we need their full name, we need their email address, and then we need something else for where is that little input box? Let's just do that. And then we're gonna say, hey, we want your phone number, sucker. And then we also want, and hopefully you guys are fine that I'm not gonna go in and add any icons or anything and make this funnel look pretty at all. So I'm just not the guy for that. What is this gonna be? This needs to be some custom type here. And this is gonna be called company name. All right, so I'm pretty sure this is everything that we need. All right, so hopefully you guys agree that we don't need anything else there. I'm just going to make these guys required. All right, so we got everything that we need there. So now we need to do a little bit of magic, and for that magic we're going to use magic zap. All right, so the first thing I'm going to do is come in here and inspect this guy, and I'm going to say, hey, I've got a name equals name, so I'm going to give that to magic zap and say, hey, I've got a name is name, and then I'm going to come over here and I'm going to say, hey, I got this guy, and this guy has a name equals email, so I'm going to give that to magic zap, and I'm going to say, hey, I've got an email, that dude's a name, I'm going to come in here and get my next one, and I'm going to say, hey, this guy has a phone number whose name is name, so I'm going to give magic zap that guy. And then I'm going to come in here and say, hey, this dude has a company. What the shit? Seriously? Seriously? Dudes are idiots, man. I really don't like that. He hasn't given me any ID. I mean, he gives me an ID, but this ID is custom type, and I don't really like that. I mean, we can use it. I just don't really like it because I want to see. Hold on, just let's take a look and see what happens here. Anyways, let's give this a Magic Zap. This custom type here. All right, we're gonna give all that to Magic Zap. Submit that guy. Turn this guy on. Oh, sorry, we don't want magic option on. We want this append HTML. We want to copy that script right there, and then just come back over here into our tracking code, paste that guy in there, save that guy. So he should be good now. All right, so that's everything that we need on the Magic Zap side. So the next part of this is going to be relatively simple. Everything else is going to be relatively simple. I think we're just going to come right back in here. I'm going to get rid of this. And then we're just going to open that right up. And then let's just say email equals. And we're going to say, and name, email, phone, custom type. All right, so there's that. He's all set up. He's all set up. So what else needed to actually happen here? So this needs to happen here. Click funnels. Click funnels. New contact activity. Hey Nandi, can I have some tea? This should be called the crazy demo. Crazy demo funnel. We're gonna use this opt-in step. All right, so that part was pretty easy. Now we got our data from there, so we need to grab some data from text. We need to take this data, stick it right back in text in bulk. It seems like that's what you wanted to do. He clicks this, that opens up that. Everything's pre-filled. And so we're just going to come in here to the sync leads. Come in here. To this dude right here. And then we're going to put this guy on. I'm just going to put on my test numbers list. His phone number is going to come from right there. All right. The only thing that I would recommend doing, all right, what I would really recommend doing is whenever you're setting up this Zap and you see something like this, then you just add a little step in here in between, put in formatter. Pop in that phone number. Get that phone number back just like that. And then take that number from formatter. And then what did we have here? Oh, well, we want his name. And his company name. What else did we want? His email. And then what was the next thing? The next thing was send out thank you email. So that one's pretty easy. Just use Gmail there. So just going to use Gmail there to whoever. We're going to do this dude from here to that guy from me. Nandi! Can I have some tea? I've been screaming for tea for freaking ever.
Yeah, I'm checking all the issues on my phone.
Well, can I have some tea? Then you can check all those issues?
Yeah.
And don't check them, fix them.
Fixing, but you should have told me to put in hold for this demo.
Why should I tell you? Why should I have told you?
Test everything, make sure everything working, and you don't put in a false position in front of your audience.
Well, it doesn't matter if I'm on an audience or not. This shit should fucking be working regardless.
Yes, this shit should work. It was working today only, push something.
So, there's your second part of the demo. All right, so your first part of your second part is just literally going to take the contact information from ClickFunnels. I'm going to format that number just to make sure that it's formatted properly and ClickFunnels doesn't give me back some weird format. And then we're just going to use sync leads and text in bulk, and we're just going to send that data right back to text in bulk, and then we're going to send out your email. So does that make sense? Your two parts. I'll just run over everything for you again and show you everything. Let's take a look. Here's crazy demo part 1. To go back through this, there's only one part that we missed, and that was this one right here. We didn't do this one. But this one's really easy. This one you would just come in here to your list. This one would just come to your list. You just select everybody, you hit call, and then you're just going to send out your IVR. Oops. You're just going to send out your IVR, pick your phone number, send all them out. All right. Now, what were the prerequisites? We had a couple prerequisites here. All right. So the prerequisites, obviously, you have an IVR built. So that's one of your prerequisites, that you have your IVR built. You need to actually go in and build your IVR. Your other prerequisite is you need to make sure that you have your group link created through Link Wizard. You need to make sure that you actually have your group link created. All right. So you need to make sure you have your group link created. You need to make sure that you actually have your IVR created. All right, so we created our IVR. IVR was pretty simple to create. We had an option inside that option. I know we had a couple issues with that, but you guys should know by now, as long as you guys have been community members, how responsive and quick we are to fix anything. And that's just normal stuff that happens whenever we're going in and adding new features for you guys every single day at your request. And trust me, these guys are in there right now. They're working on it, and probably by the time, like shortly after this demo's over, all those issues will be resolved, because we just made a big change to this audio, like I said. So because you guys were requesting to be able to, for some reason, have an hour-long video or an hour-long audio on an IVR, which is crazy, but we let you have it anyways. All right. So anyways, you need to make sure you do have to set up your Zap first. All right. So you need to, and that's easy. You just click Create Zap and set up a Zap. That just triggers the name. All right. So one of your IVR options for us, it was option 1. You're just going to trigger an action. That action is going to be send to Zap, and that's going to send your data to Zap. All right. So you've got that IVR created. You've got your Zap created. And you've got your Link Wizard group link created. All right. So you got all that stuff created. You go in and grab your leads. You grab your leads. You pull up your IVR. You send them out that IVR. All your leads now get an incoming call. They get that call. They hear your audio. They press 1 because they want to get that demo link. Whenever they press 1, this crazy demo part 1 is going to happen. They're going to come in right here because this is whenever they press 1, you're triggering this crazy demo zap, all right? That's what this guy does right here. Whenever they press 1, this is option 1. As you can see, here's step 1, here's step 2. So you can tell step 1 has 3 different options that you can pick on step 1. And one of those options is option 1. If you hit that option 1, what's going to happen is he's going to hear this audio. I'm going to send him to a voicemail. And I'm also going to send his data to Zapier. And I'm going to call it Crazy Zap Demo. So that's coming in right here. Now this zap is processed.
Did you get a message? Incoming?
No.
Check. We sent from dev team something like that. Because your all those numbers has auto response and all. So you didn't get whenever it's static like normal.
I didn't get one from Dennis neither.
Because the number you gave that has auto response and all. So that is the problem we have to figure.
What do you mean?
Don't worry about it. But incoming.
What do you mean? What do you mean that I didn't get a message because I have an autoresponder? I mean, what does that mean?
It is a bug. We have to fix it. But I'm
So
saying
where did that come from?
What do you mean what did it come from?
I mean, where did that come? I've always got incoming messages when I have an autoresponder.
Yes, that's
When did that happen?
Today.
Okay. So anyway, sorry about that. I'm just trying to resolve some of your problems because, like I said, we just did a push today. And sometimes when we do a push, and as you guys can imagine, this is a very, very complex and intricate system, and there's a whole bunch of stuff going on in here. So anyways, dude calls your IVR, they match 1. Whenever they match 1, that actually starts this zap right here. So now you're going to have access to all their data. Then you're going to pass that data to this group link right here. Once you pass it to that group link, then you're just going to send them out a text message with that group link, all right? Now they're going to get that group link. They're going to click that group link, and they're going to be on some page like this, all right? So you're going to, because Magic Zap is installed on that page, you're going to pre-populate the form data for them, all right? Once they submit this information, that's going to tie into Crazy Demo Zap 2, and you're going to get that data in here. We just added a little formatter in there to go in and actually format stuff, to format your number, to make that nice little pretty number. And then you're just going to use Sync Leads. You're going to use Sync Leads, and that's going to send your data right back into Text in Bulk and update that person. And then you're going to send out your email. Not too bad, right? Yeah, you should be unmuted. Oh, no, you're not. Let me unmute you. Trying to unmute you.
Okay.
Oh, hold on. What's going on? There we go.
John, can you hear me?
Yeah.
All right, cool. So 2 questions here. On the ClickFunnels page that you were showing, the variables that you put in the URL were not displaying in the form.
Yeah, this doesn't display. That's because ClickFunnels likes to override this information here. So like if I were to come in here and go on a, for your users it will work. For me, it's not going to work because for me, oh, actually, hold up. Maybe I'm just missing something.
They stored in cache, I think, right?
Nope. It's because I'm missing an and sign right there. See, now it's showing up. Now it shows up. I'm just missing an and sign. But yes, it's because ClickFunnels, what they do is they store stuff. They just store data for some reason. But there, you see.
Okay.
Now it's showing up. The reason why is because instead of having
the other thing is, as a prospect goes through these steps, when Text in Bulk triggers some action, that action will be stored in the Text in Bulk history log, right? So when I go back and look, I can see that the system sent out an email, sent out a text, sent out something.
You can see, yes, you can see that it sent out a text. You can see that it sent out an email. You can see that it sent out a phone call. Yes. You can't necessarily see that they hit option 5 on your IVR. That is something we'd love to build out if you guys help us fund our
right.
Video. But you can see all.
No, I understand. But I meant as far as when I look at that client's history, I can tell that they received the message via this process.
Correct. Anything that happens through Zapier,
okay, great.
It's still going to show up inside Text in Bulk.
Okay, can you go back to this step you're on right now? Remember, well, not me personally, but I'm having an issue with the Verizon thing. I think there's a way around it here. No, there's a way around it here, John. I tested it out earlier. So right on this step, you create the group link, correct?
Mm-hmm.
Once you have that group link created, the link WCO link, you then add a new step that triggers Zapier's own short link generator.
Mm-hmm.
So you pass the link wizard link over to Zapier, they convert it into their own short link, and that one gets sent out by text in bulk. I tried it and it works just fine.
And the link wizard stuff is going to be resolved because right now what we're doing is adding IP blockers in link wizard. We're adding suspicious IPs and robo clicks. So you can see if you're getting clicks from an actual robot, and we're adding in conversion tracking is what's on this week's sprint. But then we're actually allowing you guys to bring in your custom domains. And whenever you bring in your custom domains, you'll be able to put your short links, even your group link, behind your own custom domains, and that will work. And it will be much easier if you guys put them behind your own custom domains, because even at some point, Facebook may close down that LNKW link, and we have to switch to another thing. And that just depends on how many of you guys are out there putting porn and shit behind a short link. If you guys go in and put spammy shit behind a short link and people go complain to Facebook or go complain to the carrier, and your carriers or those people providers, they start blocking those links. So, which is why we're going to allow you guys to bring in your own custom domain. And then, if people spam our links all up, no one's going to spam your link up because instead of you. So.
But in the meantime, though, until the Verizon thing with that gets worked out, what I'm describing works today.
Sure, you just go in here and then you use
You use their own. It's right down there. URL shortener, the icon in the next row.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, this one.
Yeah, that's it. Yeah, and that worked just fine. So that enveloped the link wizard link, and then it just passed by the carriers without a problem.
Yep.
Just one request, John. For those links that are automatically generated by the system, could you just turn the timer to 1 second? Because there's no real value to having it last 3 seconds, since we're not going to be showing any custom image or logo or anything.
You mean links you mean links that are generated in here, that are generated in text in bulk, or whenever you do a keyword link? Is that what you're talking about? Not sure if you died. It looks like you died, Dennis. Are you dead? While I wait on him, I'll just read your question. Greg says, how to set up text in bulk sync leads for 2 different numbers. If call them using their business number and they call back on their personal cell. I don't know what that means, so I have no idea what that means. This doesn't make sense to me, so I don't know. I don't know what this means. How to set up text in bulk sync leads for 2 different phone numbers. If call them using their business number and they call back on their personal cell phone number. I don't know what that means. I don't really understand that. So maybe you want to tell me what you mean by that, because I don't understand it. But yes, to answer your question, Dennis, even though it looks like you died, yes, we can go in. I think you're talking about whenever you go into text in bulk and you're going to actually send something, and whenever you go in and send something, you're going to actually send something with the keyword. You're going to use like this link right here, and this is a generated link that goes in. That one, sure, we can go in and actually change that so that whenever it sends out that link wizard link right there, I think is what you're talking about. Whenever it sends out that link, that link does not have this. That link does not have this. Actually, it was removed from right there already. I can tell because I can tell it was removed right there because I never saw anything except for went right to that redirect. So. If you're referring to the group links, then you can just always go edit those group links and change right here. You can just change stuff right here to 1 second if you want. If not, I mean, if you don't use this, if not, you can just go change that in your settings here to your redirection settings, and you can just on your default redirection settings, you can just don't use the default redirection page, which just makes it completely blank. There is no default. You don't see a redirection, or there is no time seconds or anything like that. So any questions from anybody else? I mean, those are two different contacts. So, I mean, those are two different contacts. So there's no way to, I mean, it's not, you can't merge two different contacts. So you're talking about potatoes, potatoes. So they're two different, I mean, they're two different contacts. So you can't just kind of like merge them up. You have to have some way to know. I mean, you have to have some way to unify and rectify that, you know, that business number is that cell phone number. But you'd really be surprised. I mean, you'd really actually be surprised if you go in here that a lot of these dudes use cell phone numbers. So it's not like you're not going to find any cell phone numbers. These guys are all restaurants. El Nopal restaurant, they use cell phone numbers. A lot of people use cell phone numbers on their Google business. A lot of people use cell phones. What's the purpose of the redirection page in Link Wizard? A lot of people like to have a redirection page. So, I mean, some people like to have a redirection page on some links. Like, for example, I could go into this guy right here, which I don't want to go to that guy because it's actually a solo traffic there. Let me find one that's not a solo traffic here. Like this one right here. Maybe you want to put a little message, right? Maybe you want to go in and put, like I have one, I'm not sure where it's at, but I have one that's for the 30-day affiliate. Where's my 30-day affiliate? Let me see if I can find my 30-day affiliate link. 30-day affiliate, 30-day affiliate, 30-day affiliate, 100. Oh, it's a 100-day affiliate challenge, not 30-day affiliate challenge. So I think maybe this one has one. Does it? Nope, this one doesn't have one at all. This one doesn't have one, but if I wanted to, I could just go in and edit this guy, and I could go in and say, hey, I want to have a customized redirection page, and essentially what I want to do here is I want to say something like, where the heck, oh, here we go, and just say something like, you know, I could do something like that so that whenever people go to my link, they're going to see something like this, they're going to see a nice little pretty page. They can see my ad. They can see whatever I want to show them before they actually go to my link, and then I can display a nice little message to them. So some people like that. If you don't like it, you know what? Just go into your settings, turn it off, and don't use it if you don't like it. But that's what it is. So your internet cut out, but you're back now, Dennis. I don't see him again. So any other questions about this demo? You guys have any other questions about this demo I can go over? Any other questions you guys want me to answer about this demo? Or you guys are cool with all the steps and understand how to do this process that Dennis has asked for? So good, everybody got it? Everybody's clear? Marlene, are you if you're a Tier 5 community member, then it will be posted in the community. If you're not a Tier 5 community member, then there's no reason for you to watch the demo. So if you're in the community, then I'm going to be posting it inside the community once it's done. Any other questions, though? Oh, hey, Dennis. Dennis, are you cool? You good now?
I can't speak.
Yeah, you can. You're speaking right now.
Oh, you can hear me?
Yeah.
Oh, sorry about that. I looked muted on. Okay, got it. Yeah, I was just saying, sorry I dropped off earlier, so I'll just check out the recording for the part that I missed. But I think this is very helpful, John, by the way. There were a couple things that I didn't know we could do, like trigger a zap from within part of the process with the IVR.
So this is very helpful. Basically, the concept I had was similar to what you're describing, is have text in bulk send out an automatic message to prospects, engage them in some kind of back and forth via SMS on an automated basis, and depending on what one of the questions might be, then route them to the IVR, where again they can either schedule a time, etc. But if they want to see a custom demo of what the system can do, then route them straight to a demo page, where basically walk them through saying, okay, look, on an automated basis, I reached out to you, sent you a text message, which you got. I'm going to now send you an email on autopilot, which you're going to get. I'm going to, you'll see on screen your name and whatever else showing up as well. And by the way, I'm going to send you a short link to something else. So all those things could happen as they're being described on screen through that web page. So this way, they're kind of getting a sense in a real life fashion without explaining the details of how it works. Simply, these are the kind of things you can have happen on autopilot, right? And all that gets triggered via this custom URL, because that's what makes it personal for them. So that was the concept.
And really what you could do, by the way, is you can come in right here and you could create a campaign. And in that campaign, you could make your first day's content immediately. You could make a phone call and you could grab your IVR. All right. So don't remember what, oh, this is design campaign, right? This is called design campaign. Yeah, design. All right, so now that you did that, now guess what? Now whenever you go in and actually run these searches, now it's completely all automated, because whenever you run this search, you can just add them to that design campaign.
Yep, exactly.
And then now it's literally, now this whole shit happens in 2 button clicks.
That was the idea.
All on auto.
That's part of the concept. That's right, exactly. Yep, that was part of it.
Yeah, so much you could do, all automated, so.
Well, the tools are there. It's a question of thinking out a strategy at this point and then running with it, right? But this is very helpful, John. I appreciate that. When I dropped off, I was asking if you could reduce the timer from 3 seconds down to 1. So this way that transition is quicker.
Yeah, and I was just asking what timer are you talking about, though? I'm not, if you're talking about.
When you go on the link that the group link automatically creates, it shows you the tier 5 logo and counts down, rerouting or redirecting in 3 seconds, 2 seconds, 1 second, and then it sends you over.
Well, if you're talking about a group link, you can change all that in a group link. I mean, so if you don't want that redirection.
Oh, okay. No, you know what? I'm sorry. I think I was thinking of the one where it's inside text in bulk and you want to send in a text message.
That doesn't do that.
And you use the link option there.
We already removed that, so it doesn't do any of that anymore.
Okay, cool.
The entire redirection there. So if you generate the short link like this inside text in bulk, if you generate it with this keyword, all right, if that's what you're talking about, that's been removed. There is no redirection time or anything there. If you're talking about a group,
I see. Okay, got it.
Then you just say, hey, I don't want to. You just say, hey, don't show the default redirection. Then that will not show default redirection on any of your links, and then
got it.
You can override that, so you could just go to your dashboard, or you could just go to your group link and edit your group link, and then just change your redirect.
I saw that. Okay, that takes care of it. Thanks again, John. This was very helpful.
Any other questions, guys?
You'll post the replay a little bit later?
I will post it in the group a little bit later once it loads up. If not, you guys
can
always follow me on YouTube, because that's where I put all the replays at, is up on my YouTube channel. So you can just follow me on YouTube.
Right, which I do.
That's why you know about all my secret stuff, Dennis. That's why you know about all my secret stuff. You follow me on YouTube. Look how cool my YouTube is, though. Like, YouTube only recommends me like stuff about quantum physics and how the universe works.
Yeah.
And stuff. That's all it recommends for me. Secrets of the Mona Lisa. So everybody good?
Yeah, all good.
All right, guys. Well, I appreciate you guys coming. I will see you guys sometime later. Enjoy the rest of your days.
Thanks again, man. Okay, talk to you soon.
Pleasure. See ya.
All right, bye.
Bye.